Dear love judges, this is my story. I knew Ivy was trouble, the kind of trouble you can't help but walk straight into, even when every instinct screams at you to stop. Beautiful trouble has a way of bending your will. I met Ivy at a friend's get-together party. Her beauty struck the sweetest chord in my heart. I knew I had to make my move. I went to introduce myself to her, and we just seemed to flow as though we knew each other for a long time. Over the next few weeks, we spoke to each other every day, and my feelings for her grew even stronger. I knew I had to make her my woman, so I invited her over to my place. I let my actions do the talking. Lingering glances, stolen smiles, and unnecessary gestures to make her notice me. But Ivy, she played oblivious, or maybe she wasn't interested. Maybe she wanted to hear it from my lips. So, I asked her if she would like to go out with me. She arched an eyebrow with a playful smirk on her lips and replied, "Go out with you as what?" I stumbled and said, "I just want us to hang out." "Hang out as what?" she pressed. I answered and said, "Just like friends." "In turn," she said, "Friends who are what exactly?" She wasn't letting me off the hook. That night I gave in. I told her the truth. I confessed how long I'd wanted to be with her, and asked her to be my girlfriend. She grinned, hit my chest, and said, "Don't be a coward. If you like a woman, don't make her guess. Actions are good, but words make it clear." Ivy said yes to me, and so our love story began. Over the next 5 months, we had gone through many phases as a couple, both the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I noticed she was clingy and insecure. One evening, Ivy picked up my phone and tried to unlock it. "What's your password?" she asked casually, like it was the most normal question in the world. "Why do you want to know?" I countered. She shrugged and said, "What's the big deal? We're together. Your phone is my phone." I hesitated but eventually gave her the password. She went through my photos, asking about every lady I took picture with, every event I went for, down to the last detail. Then she got to my WhatsApp. It had its own password. She turned to me. "Wait, there's a password for your chats." "What is the password?" Why do you need to see my messages?" I said. "I want to know your friends, what you tell them and what they tell you." We argued. I didn't give her the second password. Not because I had something to hide. It just felt unnecessary. But Ivy, she wasn't someone you could keep out. Within weeks, everyone in my life knew her. She'd show up at my office unannounced, introducing herself to my colleagues as my soon-to-be wife. It felt as though she was intruding into my private life, but I let it slide. One night, a friend called and asked, "Are you still with your girlfriend?" "Yeah, why?" "I just saw her at an event. Some old rich guy introduced her as his sugar baby." I laughed it off 'cause I felt it had to be a mistake. People see what they want to see. But just to prove him wrong, I called Ivy. She didn't pick up all night. Things started adding up, or maybe I was just paying closer attention. I noticed her phone was suspiciously clean. 5 chat histories. No text messages except from her service provider. Call logs with no substance. Either she was hiding something, or she lived the simplest digital life known to man. One evening, after spending time at Ivy's place, I left late. Halfway home, I realized I'd forgotten my second phone. I called her, and she confirmed it was in her room. I turned back. When I arrived, I saw her standing outside her door, looking left and right like she was expecting someone, or avoiding them. Then she dashed into the room next to hers. I picked up my other phone and waited. 10 minutes. 20. She didn't return. The room she entered belonged to a guy she claimed was a snub. My curiosity got the better of me, so I walked closer and leaned against the window. What I heard shattered me. Faint sounds at first, then unmistakable, Ivy's moans. Loud, unrestrained, unmistakable. My heart froze. A part of me wanted to burst through the door and confront them. Another part wanted to walk away and never look back. I decided to wait until she returned to her room. Her hair messy, eyes wide with surprise when she saw me. "You're here this late just for your phone?" she asked. I stared at her, my silence heavy with accusation. "When did you get here?" she asked. "I saw you enter his room. I heard everything," I said coldly. She froze, then mumbled something about going to ask him for help to fix her bathroom leaking pipes. "For 2 hours?" I asked, my voice steady but sharp. Her hands shook as she tried to explain. She said he locked her in, that she'd been fighting him, that the sounds I heard were her trying to scream for help. I shook my head, disgusted. As I walked out of her room, the guy stepped out of his room, but as soon as he saw me, he quickly went inside. What a coward. But he wasn't my concern. Ivy's betrayal was. She sent message after message, each excuse more ridiculous than the last. She even asked me to give her a second chance. "Dear love judges, what should I do? I'm confused right now. Should I give her another chance? Or should I move on?"